That didn't sound awesome. That's gonna be great for this. Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? My name is CDP, CezrDaPleazr, otherwise known as just Caesar, or as you guys find out, Cezar. Here we are, once again. I find myself here with a camera and a microphone, recording a podcast, a brand new podcast. This is the CDP Talk Show. So let me welcome you first to that. Welcome to the CDP Talk Show. I am your host, CDP. A lot of you might be asking, why did you now have another podcast, dude? That's kind of crazy. Or what the fuck is this? I never would have thought you'd ever make a podcast. For the newer people who have joined me here on Le Podcast. Yeah, here I am, talking to you in a video format with audio. So for the lovely people watching on YouTube, there you go. If I ever find a place to hold audio format later on in the future, fucking there you go. If not, then enjoy the fucking, you know, you get the fuck I mean. You get what the fuck I mean. It's weird. I had a podcast before. For those of you who've been sticking around with me for that long, first of all, thank you for being with me for so long. The first podcast I ever made, the first episode, it's weird how all this is kind of correlating together by just like 2-3 years apart, or spread out apart. The first episode I made was like in 2012, I want to say. I don't know, around this time, I think. August, September. And I came back from community college. It was the first day, right? I walked at the bus stop, took the bus all the way to where my school is. And I left that school day. I had like an hour to kill, and I was like, man, I'm kind of terrified. I'm terrified of the fact that things in my life were changing in such a weird way. And weird to me. Obviously, to the normal person, the transition to high school and college is like, well, yeah, no fucking shit. You're going into the next chapter in, I guess, what the normal people would call the next chapter in life. And for whatever reason, I had this feeling in my heart where I was like, man, I can't do this. This feels too weird. This feels abnormal for me, if you get what I mean. And so I left. On the bus, I had my music on, and I was just thinking, like, wow, what do I want to do with my life? The question that is very common in people fresh out of high school, even for people, you know, in the late 20s. Heck, even I know people that are in their 30s that don't know what the fuck they want to do with their life, and it's not sad, but it is a terrifying thought to have. That, wow, dude, what the fuck? That obscurity and that unknown realm of what's going to be happening in the future, part of my life, for anybody, is fucking wild. Haha, you'll never know what just happened. It's a, not to throw off base the mood here, but yeah, as I was saying, it's a terrifying thought I have to not know what you're going to be doing with your life, just because of the fact that when you're growing up as a kid and early on in your teenage years, you kind of get told, all right, this is what you're going to be doing with your life, or you need to figure out what you want to do with your life, because you have to. You need to go from high school to college to a job, and then find someone to settle down with, have a family, get old, and die. And I don't really like that, if you get what I mean. It's not an ideal thing for me. I don't like fitting into a pattern that somebody else has thought to be the norm for me. This past summer, I spent a lot of time let me wrap that up actually. So basically, yeah, I left school that day, came home, recorded the first ever podcast episode that I had called the podcast, and then everything just kind of happened. I got signed with Machinima. Boop. I did a lot of stuff actually. I made a music label with my buddy Dylan. I have my own mixtape. I produce a bunch of his stuff. I produce other people's projects too. I filmed music videos for him, a band, Asteroid Falls, so I used to do stuff with. It's wild. Done a lot of shit really happened. And then of course, you know, just for like the past year and a few months, I was with GameStop with a job there for about 11 months. And then this past April, I left it because, well, I might as well get into that. I essentially left GameStop because of the fact that there was this guy that they hired in the seasonal time in 2014, so December. So basically November and December, right? And this kid wasn't really doing what they wanted him to do. He wasn't hit their ideal image of what they want, which basically is yeah, so get reservations for video games. They're gonna be upcoming. Fucking get the Power Up Pro cards. Some people to get it and show that it's not a total scam. What the fuck else is it? Bunch of other shit. But basically, he wasn't doing any of that. He was just making sales and having a good time with customers. The customers having a good time with him. And whenever I was with him, it was a great time all around. Like, I didn't understand why. I understand why they didn't like that. Because obviously to them it's a business and you need to be doing a bunch of shit for them, you know what I mean? So then they started actually blaming little shit on him, like, oh, why did you... So, okay, he would accidentally, because he was... So, if you're a seasonal at GameStop, fucking good luck, because I know you guys only get like 1 to 2 days a week, and that's shit. That's not... Like, why would you waste your time if you're only working 2 fucking days and like making shit money? That's fucking terrible. But this guy was only getting 1 day a week because, oh, well, you know, hours are tight and you know, we can't have everybody have all these hours because, you know, we just don't have any. Motherfucker, you're telling me you don't have, you're telling me you can't supply essentially 8 people in a store, and I'm including managers, assistant managers, and like 2-3 supervisors, all good hours, and the other, I guess, grunts, employees, really? You know, what the fuck? What the dude, you're selling video games. Like, there shouldn't be such a complex system. Like, alright, I need you to come in for 3 hours today, and 3 hours on a Thursday, and that's it. What the fuck? That's the why would you ever want to take that job serious and then hold these people accountable into such a high standard that they need to perform and do all this? Motherfucker, I'm here 3 hours a week, and now you want to start telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? No shit! You haven't trained me at all! So basically... And you know, it's weird. I didn't have to suffer through that because when I got brought in, the manager, so my store had 3 managers. The first manager was the shit. Second manager helped out the store from a business perspective, and the third one right now has, you know, honestly, he's run out of like 3 of us from that store. I'm not going to say any of the 2 other people that did it, whether they're a male or female, because I don't want either of them to get in trouble and all that. But basically, when I was running shit, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I just want you to fucking have fun. Make sure your store looks nice. That's it. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Fuck these guys. I don't give a fuck. Because at that point, I didn't give a fuck. Because, like, I knew I was going to leave eventually. And when you start blaming an employee, which is the guy I was talking about right now, who doesn't get a lot of days, 1 day a week. Shit, listen, if he were to fuck up one thing, like if he were to accidentally put a game that starts with a B in the C column, oh shit, you have no hours next week. Really? Some petty shit like that, dude? And then when I ask you, hey, can you seriously tell me what's going on? Like, if you guys are trying to get rid of them, just let me know, just so I know. All right, fine, then I see how things are in this store. If not, then actually tell me what I can do to help him out. And I really tried for this kid. I was really like, dude, I want to help you because I know you can perform. Because when I had a talk with him, okay? When I heard some shady shit was going down with him, after I heard about that and found out about it, I went up to him and I was like, dude, listen, I think they're trying to fuck you over, and I don't want to let them. I need you to do something for me. You do just get something from me that I can say, this dude's the shit. Look how fucking awesome he was. And he looked at me and he said, you know what, Cezr? I fucking will. So all right, there's two versions of their Power Up Pro cards. There's their Pro and then the Basic. Or I'm sorry, Power Reward card, whatever. Who cares? There's the Pro, which is $15 a year. See, this is how much I fucking have that implanted into my mind. And the free one, which is like basically like a rewards program. That's it. Just get points and get coupons and whatever. So out of the next, if I remember correctly, it doesn't really matter. Out of the next 15 customers that he had, he got 14 of those people to sign up for the free version of that card. That's awesome. That's fucking potential that, wow, if you were to shape him, if you were to actually train this individual in a proper way and kind of shape him the way you want to have in your store, you could see a lot of, I guess, money or whatever the fuck, performance, I guess. So usually whenever we talked about those kind of stats in that store, we would say, dude, performance has been kind of shitty. And then you would ask, all right, money-wise, sales-wise, reserves, blah, 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 blah. And all this shit. So basically, when I called the assistant manager, because the manager was running two stores, ours and some other one, his main store. So technically the assistant manager was the main dude. So I called this dude and I was like, dude, let me tell you what happened. And then I told him everything that happened. He was like, wow, it's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, dude, you know, talk to our the head up guy, let him know, dude, can we train him a little bit, blah, 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 blah. And then basically, nothing ever changed. And I was like, huh. So that's kind of shitty. So then I put in my 2 weeks. And station manager was like, dude, can I at least have you for like weekends and stuff, dude? Come on. You know, like, you're really good. You know, you have the potential to be fucking a store manager. By the way, if you're working at GameStop, don't fucking buy into that. Don't you dare listen to what the fuck they tell you when they say some shit like that, because they were telling me that, they were telling my other supervisor that, who trained me ever since day one, more than any of the managers ever have, who I owe so much of the mindset I have now today to him. And they were telling that to even just regular grunts and shit, like, oh yeah, you could be a store manager one day. It's that bullshit way of motivating somebody. It's such a fucking annoying thing to do, because it's like, you're so fucking fake. Like, with my store specifically, we all of us have the mindset of, don't bullshit us. What's going on? What do you need us to do? Da, 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 da. What's the shady shit that's going on? Whatever the fuck. Like, we were honest with each other, and we were honest with our customers. That's something that I always prided myself on, that like, no matter how much bullshit I'm gonna feed you that these assholes are making me do, I'm going to at least tell you, but you know what, dude, you can probably go on Amazon and find this shit cheaper, so blah blah blah. And they're like, all right, for sure, dude, hey man, thanks, da 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 da. Survey king over here, all right? So yeah, don't you fucking ever listen to the GameStop fucking higher ups. Fuck them, and they can go fuck themselves, and they can fuck their company, and fuck them, alright? So essentially, for like 3 weeks, which led to me putting in my 2 weeks, they weren't giving this guy hours at all. And then when I called the manager, I was like, alright. He was like, hey, what's up, Cezr? I was like, alright, shut the fuck up. What the fuck's happening? Why are you guys treating this guy? I'm gonna call him Matt. Why are you treating Matt this way? And they were like, well, you know, there's some things that you just don't know about that are really making us not want to really help him out. And I was like, what things? You can't talk to me, motherfucker. Where's the communication? The biggest annoyance I've ever had in that store with the new management there, or the latest management there, which is still there ever since I left, was they would always say, you guys need to talk to us, dude. You know, we need to make sure we run our store as a unit. Kind of have that unite as one mentality. However, if you won't tell us shit, how the fuck are we gonna do anything? How do you expect our dudes to do what you want them to do if you don't tell us what you want them to do? You see that stupid mindset? That's some stupid shit. Now, by the way, I'm cutting this because like I'm taking a sip of my drink and I don't want to really make you guys see me drink because it's fucking weird. But anyway, how do I put this? I always tried to motivate my dudes. I was like, dude, let's fucking do this. Let's show these guys what they're wrong about you. Let's get you some fucking hours. And then it would work. They would fucking wreck my my squad, that's how I see them. If I motivated them, they would fucking result. I would make sure I help them out in whatever fucking way I can. It was stressful for me because like I prime myself. The one thing I learned when I was working with Target out of high school was how to really, basically, the bare bones, kiss ass to customers to make them feel like, yeah, you're right, dude. Oh yeah, you're cool, whatever. Basically, being totally fucking fake. I learned how to be fake from Target. And then I learned about the business world from GameStop. Which is weird. But anyway, so essentially they ended up just... It was so... Listen, I always prided myself on making sure my team was motivated and it would work. Like I made sure to keep that morale up even though it was really fucking shitty. I always made sure I made it as good as possible. Even to the point where, like, dude, even as simple just listening to my employees, you know, as a actual good employer / leader would fucking do. Listen to their employees' complaints and understand and try to help them out to understand some shit and figure out, yeah, or just say, yeah, dude, you're right. Fuck these guys and let's fuck them up and let's not even do shit. Fuck it, let's just do nothing. Because I don't tolerate bullshit anymore. I learned how to deal with stupid people. I learned how to deal with like straight up bigots in GameStop. So it's really helped me out with how to deal with people on a day-to-day basis. Like right now in school that I'm back to, which I relate, which this will all come full circle. But yeah, so like essentially I said, all right, y'all want to treat him like this. Y'all want to treat the guy that I've been pushing, who I've put my name on and said, this dude's the shit. I fucking guarantee it. And not want to do anything with him. It really showed how little my word meant shit to them. Even though, alright, so there was two supervisors. There was me and this other guy. This other guy's been with GameStop much longer than I. He trained me more than anybody else fucking ever up until when I actually left. And then basically I guess the higher up, the district manager, didn't want to fuck with him. He didn't like how he did things. Like this dude was able to do so much better than anyone, including managers, but he didn't do it the GameStop way, the right way. So they didn't like that. So they didn't ever want to promote him. They don't even want to fuck with him. And they would always tell me real shit about what's going on plans wise, what managers are leaving, where's their spots to be able to move up and all that to the fucking corporate world and whatever. Essentially, because fuck them, I would always relay that info to him and everybody else in my squad. Like, this is what's happening. They're not going to tell you that. And if you ask them, they won't even tell you that it's true because they don't want you to fucking know. Which made me seem fucking crazy, or like, why is it? Or it made me look shady because it's like, how come he gets into all this stuff? What the fuck? And it's literally quite simple. When I got interviewed, remember, it was a Sunday. I was excited about it. I have a photo that I still have. I think it's like the first photo I have still on my phone to this day. I was so excited to do this interview because the manager there was really cool. He hired me on the spot because he was like, dude, I want you to be in my store. And, oh wow, I deleted the photo. Fuck it. It goes to show how much I fucking done with GameStop. Well, after this. Essentially, yeah. So I left. I said, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. Fuck this. Don't beg for me to do anything. I'm going to try a little bit because of the fact that I want to do that much respect to my own group of guys and gals, because I don't, or well, one gal, because I don't want to like fuck them over like that. There's no point for me to do that. It's weird because I got the most hours ever when that happened. But I didn't give a fuck. I got some very interesting stories I would love to tell you guys one day about how much I didn't give a fuck and how much just some shit went down. It was great. So basically, I put in my 2 weeks and I left. And then I talked to one of them a little while back, and basically things has gone worse. There's no communication at all still. Basically, it's just going worse and worse and worse and fucking worse. Which is a shame because, you know, when I was young, I always wanted the job at GameStop, especially at that store. I always visualized me being able to do it, and I said, one day I'm going to fucking get there, and I'm going to be the best fucking employee ever. And I fucking was. And I got promoted after the first 3 months of me being fucking hired. I got fucking promoted. I was fucking flying through everything. And then, you know, you see the reality of things and you want to move on from all that. You know what I mean? It's terrible because, like, you know, as somebody who doesn't, I don't like thinking the negative side of things just because I always like to look at the better end of things. I don't know if that's me being naive or whatever, but I just like viewing the more positive side of things. Even though I understand how shitty things are in the world sometimes. I don't want to say the world shit. It's not. It's just people that inhabit it is what make it kind of shitty. Like, it's all mindset. That's all I really see. Like, straight up. But yeah, so these past 2 years have been or 3 years, I essentially have been fucking wild for me. A lot of learning, a lot of growing, a lot of understanding. And this past summer, I don't know. Basically, when I left GameStop, that very Sunday, because my last day was on a Friday, and then 2 days there on a Sunday, I went to Venice Beach. It was the first Sunday I ever had off in like fucking ever, unless I made up an excuse to miss the day of work. First one I ever had, really, to just not to do whatever the fuck I want. And it was awesome. I relaxed, skated my ass there, smoked some fucking weed, fucking hanging out with my guys, played some fucking basketball, just relaxing, just fucking chilling, and just not fucking doing anything, and just enjoying life, really, just taking it all in. And it's fucking, I fucking love that. Just feeling so human and just at peace with everything and not having to worry about a person's little technical problem or having to worry about the whole stats of the whole fucking store. Making sure that our store is the best store and these fucking credit cards and whatever. I don't ever have to worry about that ever again. I don't ever have to think about it ever again because it's dumb. It's literally the dumbest shit ever. I've always said there's no need to deal with bullshit. It's not, I don't mean that you should run away and never deal with your problems. I mean, if you don't have to worry about stupid shit, then fucking don't. Like, oh, dude, I gotta go to school. Oh, it's a 2-hour bus ride. Fuck, dude. Oh, that's so fucking hard. No, what's hard is working 40 hours a week in a job you fucking hate, in a job you'll never really get anywhere in your life and you'll never be truly fucking happy making shit money. That's fucking tough. Not the 2-hour bus ride to get no fucking school and have to spend 6 hours a week studying. Like, that's nothing at all. Like, it pisses me off a little. Not it pisses me off. It annoys me when I see people complaining about stupid shit. Like, now I'm back in community college. I've been at it now for like a week. As soon as she says I've been there for like a week, probably 2 weeks now. It's all simple shit to me. Like, I'm in there, I'm like, all right, you want me to do what? And what? Okay, cool, boom. That's it. Everyone else is like, oh my god, I gotta present. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Really? You're nervous for presenting in front of people you'll never see for the rest of your fucking life, who literally their opinion matters nothing at all? Really? Why? That's kind of dumb. Why would... That's the stupidest shit ever. Like, whenever alright, I could use a real life example. Whenever I see a tweet of somebody trying to fuck with me or say some negative shit, I don't give a fuck. It's like, alright, cool. That's it. That's it. That's all it literally has to be. You gotta be an empty boat. And what I mean by that, I've been reading a book called The Empty Boat by Osho. I love the dude's works. This dude's fucking amazing. He's so fucking... He's gonna teach you some shit. But basically, be the empty boat. Alright, if you're walking along the beach and a boat hits you, if no one's on there, you're just like, oh, okay, that's it. You're not really mad. You're like, oh, well, whatever. Like, if a boat like kind of like hit you, like, oh, whatever. You move on with your life. That's it. The boat is there empty, not fucking with you. It is nothing at all. But if someone was in that boat and they hit you, you would say, what the fuck, asshole? You're mad. You're angry. Your existence and you simply just being in that boat and occupying that space has now caused anger around you. Whether you don't want to deal with anger or not, you have caused anger. No, that's some trippy shit. That's some shit that when you're on like shrooms, you're like, whoa! Like, basically the book, I think this is the exact words. You will gain nothing from me. You will learn to be nothing. You will lose everything. And that's some shit, dude. Be the empty boat. Be an empty boat. Don't overfill it. Don't put shit in it. Just be the empty boat. That's it. That's some sheepy shit. And I didn't mean to drop some shit on you, but yeah. And then basically here I am now. To bring it all full circle, here I am now. From 2 years of being scared to go to community college to now going back in there saying, fuck everybody. I'm gonna just fucking get all these grades, and there you go. The next 2 years and like and a half or so are gonna be basically nothing but school. So there you go. And the reason why this podcast is now in existence, the CDP Talk Show, is because it's kind of my way of telling you guys interesting things that I either learn, some stories, which I have right now ready for you guys, by the way, just some shit that's happening in my week, and it's kind of my outlet of laying some shit out, you know? I do plan on having other people on here, like maybe interviewing a few people as well. I have somebody that I never... it's weird to even think about who I'm going to have on here, but that's going to be like maybe a month or so ahead. As far as, hey, Cezr, you're going to have this guest from your old podcast on here. As of now, I don't plan to have many of those individuals on this podcast because I'm trying to do more stuff in person. Now, there are like 3 people, fuck that, like 2 people I want to do that I'll do over the internet, but that's like about it. Everybody else, fuck that. I don't know, unless I'm fucking right here touching your face and your dick. I don't even want, no, fuck that. So to my friends who are watching this, I hope you are, don't take any offense to it. I just don't want to have to make this whole podcast just be audio only, which is like shitty, which I guess I could record you in your fucking camera, but like every time I've ever tried to do that with somebody, there's always been complications. So it's just a hassle I don't need to deal with and I don't want to deal with. So fuck that. So yeah, back in community college, taking this full seriously, dedicating myself, making sure I get my ass to that fucking place, which is all the way in fucking Santa Monica, and I live like an hour and a half from it by bus, so it's a, you know, basically I leave my house at 12 p.m. and I get home like at 8 p.m. and I go to the gym every day after school. This week I didn't because of the fact that I went Sunday, so I took Wednesday off because I went Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, legs on Sunday, chest, deltoids and triceps on Monday, and then Tuesday I did shoulders, back, lower back, and biceps. So I'm fucking sore. And today, as the day I'm filming this on a fucking Thursday, September 3rd, I'm gonna go do cardio because, yeah, it's time to not be fat. My whole plan is to get to like I can easily, alright, I'm currently, right now I'm 275. Past June, I was 296. So I've lost some weight. I'm still fat. I still got the double chin, still got some titties, I still got all that, you know. But I'm really making I'm changing a bunch of my eating habits. Like I'm not really eating fast food. I'm not drinking soda. I don't count this as soda, dude. I used to drink a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, the $1 cans. I used to drink one of those every fucking day with a bag of like hot Cheetos or hot Lays or whatever, and like a Kit Kat bar. Every fucking morning I would eat that. That's how fucking unhealthy and a piece of shit I am. So hopefully it's not that I'm on a diet, it's that I'm making smarter choices. Instead of a fucking medium, I'm getting a small combo. Fucking, you know, just yeah, it's simple shit. It's shit that you never really, people like to overcomplicate things is what I've noticed. Like, it's simple shit. Drink water, go for a walk an hour a day. Just do simple shit like that. That's it. I walk 2 fucking hours because of all the walking I have to do to get to my school and shit, and to my bus and whatever. So like, it's simple shit. I feel like even if I didn't go to the gym, I can still lose weight because of all the walking I'm fucking doing. It's simple shit. Like I've included reading more than I have in gaming, which is fucking sad, and I feel shitty about it. But yeah, it's weird. And currently right now on my channel, I hope you guys saw the update video, or for those of you that did, rather. Kind of want to do playthroughs right now. I'm the kind of individual where I'll get bored. It's something if I keep doing it too much. It's just why playthroughs early on in my channel. I used to, before, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, I had like a fuckload of playthroughs. I just stopped after like 5 episodes because I was like, all right, that was cool, but I want to go play this game and record a little bit of this, and I'm going to do that. So it was just stupid of me to do that. And then only until, like, recently I've been like, all right, here's the game, I'm going to finish it. Here's another game, I'm going to fucking finish it. So, like, yeah. And of course, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain came out, which is fucking amazing. My favorite video game series with my favorite version of Snake, Big Boss. It's just great. I've been enjoying the shit out of that game. I mean, fuck Konami and all, but like, it's Hideo Kojima. I'm gonna support the dude's, you know, craft. Come on, like, come on. I got some interesting shit to tell you guys. So, just so I don't have this drag on too long, on my way back from school Monday, first day of class, went to the gym, blah blah. Was waiting in the transit center that's by LAX. I was like, all right. If you're not local, I'm sorry for naming all these things. It's just shit that's around my area. So I'm sorry. Fucking go fucking travel. Come to California. Let's talk. Two fucking things happen. I get off my first bus and I'm just waiting there. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait for my second bus to get my ass home. And then I'm gonna just relax, do some homework, and just enjoy the rest of the day. Catch up on YouTube videos. And that's it. So as I'm sitting down and I'm on my phone and I'm listening to some podcast, it was probably like the Stone Cold podcast or maybe even the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. I was just, you know, just listening to some shit basically. I was like, all right. And I'm like, I'm all right. So I'm here sitting down and there's a dude like, I don't know, 10 feet, 15 feet from me. And it was this dark gentleman. He was in a business suit, had a fucking suitcase. I don't know why it took forever for me to figure that out. Brain fart. And he was like, yeah, fuck everybody. Fuck every single one of these people. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, let me lower this shit down. Mind you, I'm always wearing shades when I'm not in my house. So like, just imagine shades. I'm just like pretending I didn't hear him. So I'm still just on my iPhone. I'm not even really on it. I'm just like pretending I'm tapping on it. You know the shit people do. Come on. If you don't want to hear with somebody or deal with somebody, you just pretend you're on your phone. So I hear him, and all I hear, and I was like, what did he just say? What? He was like, fuck everybody, man. I spent 26 years selling drugs, and then I got locked up for 10 years and shit. I was balling into money, and then I went to jail, and I learned how to be a fucking thug. Fuck everybody, man. Yo, why doesn't anybody listen to me? Why are all these people on the goddamn phones? I gotta watch for time. Fuck you. I was like, all right, cool. I'm assuming you're talking about me, so I'm gonna just fucking leave. So I got up, and okay. There's two sides of the transit center, and then there's the core, which is like a little mini part for like the bus drivers to go there and take a shit and shit. So I was going to the other side, and as I'm literally about to sit the fuck down, in the corner of my eye, I look back, and as I look back, there was this fat black dude who I didn't think was homeless, but as soon as I actually saw his clothes, I knew it was a homeless man. Pulls out his red fucking shorts and takes, okay, fat black cheeks in the air, right? One ham and another fucking ham. I see his ass right the fuck there. And as he pulls out his shorts, a whole bunch of fucking shit comes the fuck out, which is fucking disgusting. And I'm very sorry that I have to give you guys this fucking vivid image because that happened. And as soon as I saw it, I said, nope, I'm walking home. Fuck this. Walked home and I told my sister, told my mom, everything. I was like, this is the most stupidest shit I've ever seen. What the fuck? The first day of fucking school. This is what or after the first day of school. This is what the fuck I see on my way home. It's crazy because it's LAX. So like, it's not going to be that shitty, but it's like, what the fuck? Why is... What the fuck, dude? I don't know. I guess stupid shit likes to follow me around. I don't know. Whatever. But basically, yeah. So that happened. How do you guys deal with that shit? For those of you listening and watching, how do you deal with awkward shit like that? Literal shit like that. Like, whenever you hear a bum talk about like fuck everybody, whatever, talking to stuff, do you talk to them? Do you say, hey, what's up, dude? What's wrong, man? Hey, did you just ignore it? What do you do? I I've never knew how to figure out what that kind of awkward shit. I hate awkward humor. Like, if I'm watching a TV show, there's some awkward shit going on or whatever, I'm like, nope, Netflix, I'm gonna push circle on my controller, next episode. Oh, that's awkward. Nope, fuck that, I'm gonna watch something else and fuck this. I don't know, I've always been weird with awkward humor. Like, I can fuck with dark humor. I can't fuck with awkward humor. I don't know why. It's just something I've always kind of had. It was weird. And just to kind of close this episode off, I'm going to tell you guys one other thing that happened in my school. So my first class is an English class. And it's like at 2:15. I have afternoon classes. It's at 2:15 in the afternoon. And I'm like, all right, first class. It's going to be some introduction shit. They're going to go through like a syllabus, which is basically the overall plan of this class and what the objective is for you students to understand in this and whatever. So like, this teacher, I don't know if he had a bad day. I don't know if somebody fucking peed on his coffee or in his coffee rather or whatever. But this dude had such a fucking asshole attitude. At first, I was like, all right, maybe this guy's just like an asshole with humor. All right, I can deal with that. No, this is just an asshole. Like, he's the kind of asshole that when he responds to you in a sarcastic manner, he's like totally serious with a straight face. He's not even joking, which is why I don't really think it's sarcastic when he says that. But like, the shit he would respond with, you would think, oh, it's sarcastic, or oh yeah, no shit, my bad. No, it's like it makes you feel like a piece of shit for asking that question, which you would think. Okay, every fucking professor I've ever had, every fucking teacher I've ever had, have always said, hey, if you have a question, ask it. It's always terrible when there are students that have a question but don't want to ask it because they feel like they're asking a dumb question or whatever. There are no stupid questions, that whole shit, right? Encouraging you to ask questions because they don't want you to lag behind with everybody else because they want to make sure everybody's moving on up and at the same level. At least that's the plan. Now with this guy, the way this guy responded to, first of all, my questions, like as soon as he answered my question so fucking rudely, I was like, this motherfucker just ruined my whole goddamn day. I was so excited, I was so fucking amplified, and then this motherfucker has to come in here and fuck everything up. Alright, whatever, I want to caught up his ass. And then some other fucking kids is fucking, alright, so okay, there was a book, which I have the books already for all my classes. But this kid who's brand new to the school, fucking brand new, he was like, yeah, I don't really know how to get books online from the bookstore, because like that bookstore that we have in my school, it's like an hour just to get in the motherfucker, because everybody figuring out, oh yeah, I need to get this book and shit. So like, he was like, so how do I do the online stuff? And he was like, oh, good question. I thought this guy was going to start cheering up the professor. And I was like, all right, what the fuck is he going to tell this kid? So as he's going to the website, he's like, yeah, you just type in the class. This is our class. What's the best class? All right, my class. And he'll type in whatever the fucking number is. His name is like, here you go. Here's the list here. Here's the prices for brand new and rental. I don't know why they really make you guys pay this much for rental. That's kind of weird. And I was like, oh, actually, I know that answer. Same thing happened to me. I asked about that question when I first entered here, and they were like, well, it's for security purposes. If you get your book stolen or it gets robbed, it's basically their way of saying, well, at least we're not fucked and we're not going to make you pay for the whole thing. So it's kind of like, you pay half of it and we're square. We're good. Like, no problem. He was like, that's fucking dumb. Why would you get your book stolen? The fuck? I was like, what? Motherfucker, you have not... Here's my annoyance with my school and the people at that school. They've never been in some real life shit. They haven't been in Inglewood, Hawthorne, Lenox, Crenshaw, all these neighborhoods that you're gonna deal with some shady ass shit. And like, I've been robbed before. I've been robbed with a skateboard, an iPhone, a phone, iPod, books, my wallet, in school, out of school, by school. Never around my home, but yeah. So I was like, what? What the fuck did he just say? And like, every one of us in that class is from these areas, so we're all like, what? What the fuck did you just say, dude? And like, okay, if you lost your book and you tell this guy, how do I put this? I'm trying to find the right way to say this. It's just weird. How are you gonna say that to a kid? This kid, by the way, comes from Compton all the way over here. And you're gonna say, well, don't get your shit stolen. It's that easy. And like the kid looked at him like, what did he just tell me? I was like, dude, he's fucking crazy. I don't even know. And he was like, oh, dude, whatever. So, okay, so that happened. And then I asked this, and then something else happens where I asked him a question about like, hey, how do you actually, so in this class, we're going to use computers and shit, but like, you know how like, I don't know if you guys know, some schools have it where it to access their computer, you have to put the class created user ID and then whatever password that they have for it. And like, I asked him like, hey dude, what's the actual info to get into this computer? He was like, why can't you read? I was like, what? He was like, can't you see where it says? I said, no, there's nothing on the board. He was like, oh, I guess they erased it. Well, yeah. And he didn't tell me what the fuck it was. I was like, wait, what? Wait a minute, motherfucker. I'm trying to learn here. I pay for my shit. I pay for this class and these goddamn books. And you want to tell me, nah, fuck you. Have fun. Figure it out. I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck you too. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's going to piss me off all semester. I swear to God. And then, basically, into the lecture, he asked a question. Very simple question. Can you read if you can't write? Simple question. Everyone was like, well, no. He was like, and I was like, yeah, you can. Not even joking. I said, yeah, you can. He was like, that's the dumbest answer I've ever heard. And then everyone's laughing. And then I said, hold up. I got up. I said, you asked, I'm assuming a serious question. Don't ask stupid questions if you don't want a stupid answer. You asked a serious question. I gave you a serious answer. I'll gladly tell you why, if you let me. He was like, I'm not even going to pay attention to this. And he moved on. I was like, whoa, hold up a second, dude. I hate the mindset where you don't want to hear ideas. People that aren't open to other people's opinions and thoughts about a question pisses me off. Here's why I say, yes, you can read if you can't write. And just specifically in the modern age, there are so many alternatives to how to actually communicate and to understand things. To read and to write are so subjective words, and they have subjective definitions that are kind of vague. When you say write, you might think the modernized way of writing, like you grab a pencil and you write on the fucking paper some letters in English. When you say write, to me that sounds like, oh, you mean just in any shape or way or form writing. All right, well, and okay, we had to write a letter to the professor class. Basically, it was just explaining what's your weaknesses, what do you want to work on, what do you like writing about, what do you do when you're not in school, and then what do you expect of me as a professor, what do you not expect of me as a professor. And in this fucking essay, I straight up wrote a page worth of like, I expect you to take me serious, and if I ever have a question for you that's a very serious thing, I expect you to take me seriously, because unlike these other kids who are probably here just fucking around, I'm here because I actually pay for my shit and I'm very serious about what the fuck I'm trying to do in the school. Straight up went professional on his ass. He was like, whoa. I told him. And I gave that example. I was like, in class on Monday, you asked, can you read if you can't write? When I responded to you, yes, you can. You told me. And then I said all that. And basically, here's what I said. Our primal ancestors, the cavemen and women, had no idea how to read, let alone even had an idea to how to communicate in form of fucking language. Maybe in their language, sure, but like a language that's now what you would consider like, oh yeah, that's a regular language. English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, whatever. They were not able to really read or write. No shit. Yet there are history logs and just pictures and all these things of all these sketches cavemen did, and cavewomen, all these scribbles and drawings. They drew this. They were like, here's a fucking dinosaur, here's fucking stickman, that's us, here's our spears, and we're attacking them. And then it's because of all this information and all these drawings or writings why we know so much about the time in that period, in that day and age, and why we know so much about dinosaurs and the culture that happened with cavemen and women. You should really, if you get the time, you need to look up some information about cave women and cavemen and their lifestyle there, just because it's so fucking interesting to read about all that kind of stuff. And if it wasn't for them writing, subjective, remember that, writing these drawings, stories on the walls, we would never know this. That's fucking writing, motherfucker! You don't know how to write, but yet you can clearly read a whole story just from this little scripted story that he just fucking wrote through drawings. You can read that. You can understand. Oh, these group of fucks were attacking this big fuck, and then here they all are in a fire eating the big fuck. Dude, there you go. There you go. Like, no shit. You can read if you don't know how to write. Now, if he were to have asked me, in our day and age, can you read if you can't write? No shit. No, you fucking can't. Because you do, if you want to understand these, how do I put this? I don't want to say objective, but I guess I have to. These objective ways of learning, which is really subjective. Whatever. These other ways of, the modernized version of writing the English language. Of course, you cannot understand that because you don't know what the fuck that is. But if I wrote you a fucking story through a drawing, you can understand that. There's a whole book right there on the wall. Bam. And guess what happened? Came up to me after school and he said, "I'm sorry for how I treated you on Monday." And I said, "It's not a problem. I know how it is to deal with people. I'm assuming you probably had a shitty class that day." He said, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Well, I hope you can actually take me serious when I give you these kind of answers, because I spent a lot of time this summer with my buddies questioning a lot of shit like that. Questioning, that's nothing, by the way. That's a trivial fucking question. But I've thought about many fucking problems, scaling from politics to the sodium fluoride situation in our water. The sodium fluoride chemical that's in our water here in America and a lot of water brands, and how it's fucking ironic that Arrowhead has not any of that, and it's run by a company who's like, well, humans don't deserve. Well, anyway, I thought about a lot of shit with my buddies when we discussed these ideas. We were really talking about a lot of shit. Religion, philosophy, a lot of fucking things. We were trying to better understand ourselves and the world as a whole through our discussions. We would go hiking, we were just at the beach, we were just hanging out, simply, just doing all these things. So it's how I came up with all these answers in these fucking ways. So I told him all that, and he was like, "Well, you know, I'm sorry that I acted the way, you know, I don't want to mean to come off that way to you." And I was like, "No problem. I hope we can, you know, be better about it." And it's weird because in that same letter, I told him, this school that I go to, it prides itself on having teachers that care about you. Everyone I fucking know, they'll tell me, "Dude, unlike this community college, these community college professors, they'll care about you. They will make sure that you are set and ready, and they want to make sure you understand everything in that class." And I said in this letter that you are the only professor that I've ever had that have met me felt that's not true. That you're the professor that does not give a fuck. That you discourage me from asking a question and trying to learn and figure out some shit. And that's some shit. That, like, dude, no student should ever have to feel that way. And this fucking asshole made me feel that way. Which, again, I get it. I don't mean to fucking tear this guy a new asshole. I get it. If you have a bad day, you're going to feel like shit and it's going to react with everybody else. There's going to be such a negative aura around you, such an angry aura around you as well, that you're just going to have a fucked up day. I get it. However, you need to be able to not let it affect you so much that it fucks with everybody around you. And that's just honestly how I feel. Like, about a lot of things. If you choose to do something, you need to be ready to take in everything that's about to happen. So, like, if you chose to take, okay, if you're in high school, a junior, right? And, like, most of your classes are all advanced placement classes, and they're, like, hard as fuck, and you're taking Your whole day is basically school, 5 days a week. From the moment you wake up and get to school, from the moment you basically go to sleep. School. Understand you chose to do that. It's cool. You want to prepare yourself for college and knock out some classes early on. I get it. But whatever comes to you with that choice, you have to deal with it, and you have to be able to. It's a test of your capability to deal with shit, I guess, is how I would see it. If you can't deal with it, then clearly this is not for you. Move on. If you want to be stubborn and learn through it and deal with it, cool. That will build your character and iron. And you're just building some fucking iron and building you to be like, I'm the shit. Fuck all these things, swerve. So, so when you make a decision like that, you have to be able to fucking deal with it. I'm the individual that if I feel like I want to go learn about something, I'm going to fucking learn about it. If I want to learn about skateboarding, for example, just a random topic, skateboarding, I'm going to go watch some videos. I'm going to learn about it. I'm going to be like, wow, that's so fucking interesting. Wow, he just busted a tray flip front side. Whatever the fuck. Just, yeah, like, I'm going to learn some shit about that. If I'm curious about this water in our fucking country, America, and what the fuck is the issue with it, and why sodium fluoride is so bad, dude? Because it fucking kills rodents, and it fucking causes cancer, and it's in your fucking water and some foods, and that's really, really bad for you. So I was like, oh shit, so I should avoid all this shit. I'm gonna go learn about this shit, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I understand from my point of view, so a subjective point of view of, alright, ew, that's kind of fucked up, and da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Just how it is. As soon as I want to do fucking something, I'm gonna fucking do it eventually. Whether it takes me 3 months or 3 minutes, I'm just gonna fucking do it. It's done. If I can, listen. For people that I don't want to sound cocky, because this is all through a lot of trial and error and a lot of sad shit and stressful days. If you can't visualize yourself achieving and doing what you are attempting to do, whether it's moving to a new country and finding a job or whatever, whether it's going to school and adapting to that life, whether it's having a new job and have to deal with all that, or simple shit as simply losing weight. If you can't visualize it, you're never going to do it. Just how I see it. No matter how much you say you will, your character doesn't allow you to do it. If you can't visualize you being that thing that you want to be, you're just never going to fucking do it. If you can, prove me fucking wrong. I would be more than happy to fucking listen to that and see that, so I can say, awesome. Clearly, that statement and that thought I have and that idea that I have about that was wrong, and you proved that to me. So now I'll never believe that. And now I will just say, hey, anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. Until then, fuck that. So you can't visualize it, you're just fucking around. And that's going to do it for this first episode of the CDP Talk Show. Thank you guys for tuning into this live on YouTube. Just kidding, it's not. It's fucking recorded. What the fuck are you doing? Quick shout outs and the quick plugs. So this logo that I have here for this podcast is made by my artist Jason. If you want to fucking follow him, there will be a description. If you want to follow him on Twitter and maybe ask him, hey dude, can you make something for me, or have him commission work for you, I will put a link for his Twitter right there. Just tweet at him, say, hey man, I saw your logo that you made for CezrDaPleazr. He made my logo, by the way, for the podcast. He made a logo for my buddy Mark Crown in his podcast, The Lone Crown Show. So just go fucking watch his shit. He's the best artist ever. Best digital designer ever. So thank you, Jason. Really. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, in the description, at CezrDaPleazr. Fucking follow me on that Instagram shit, dude. Posted the selfie gig because it go too hard. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. Follow me if you want. It fucking doesn't matter to me. And, yeah. I'm going to catch you guys later. Again, thank you. If you have an idea for me to try to probably make this show become better than what it is right now, leave a comment down below. My dick. I'll look at my dick and I'm gonna say, wow, my dick looks nice. Oh, what's that though? What's that say? Oh shit, I got a tattoo of somebody's comment. Oh shit. You know, just there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna what time is it? I'm gonna get ready for school. Bye.